But now it is live guest time yet again here on NewsNOW from Fox. So currently joining us is sports agent, CEO of Coastal Advisors LLC, insurance consultants. It is Rich Salgado. Good morning, Mr. Salgado. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be breaking down this NCAA's decision to clear student athletes to pursue name, image, and likeness deals, NIL for short. Is it true that this decision is just temporary?
I think it's going to be a little bit longer than temporary, because I think that the excitement of all this happening right now so quickly, I think things are going to have to be figured out first and foremost. And what I mean by that is that, okay, which particular athlete is going to get which particular deal? What are the deals going to be all about? And then I think there's also going to be like a policing of these deals. And also there's going to be a helping hand in regards to the player or the school and the deal maker, meaning like if I'm going to be and I saw in one case where a moving company is now using one of the athletes in one of these deals. And I think these deals are going to start coming out of so many different directions, because even though money is being spent to market or endorse or promote a product, it's not going to be like spending millions of dollars. It's going to be on a lower grandstand.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
So we obviously, do you think that this came as part of or in response to the Supreme Court's decision on name, image, and likeness rights?
Yeah, yes, and I think it's about time that these athletes. I was one. I played college football at the University of Maryland, and you think about it. A lot of these guys, even though they get a scholarship to go to school, and it's paid for, and their meals are paid for, and whatnot, some of them don't have money. They don't come from families that are well-to-do, and if they were able to, in some cases, have a job that paid them, they would be able to, at least have a little bit something coming in and be able to do the extra things that they need to do that requires having money, and I think that's been the biggest complaint all along. And that's why this situation came up, and it was pressing, and finally, okay, let's do it.
You make such a valid point. I never competed at the collegiate level, but I was an athlete in high school, and I was one of those who went above and beyond. I did everything and anything I could, from cheerleading, dancing, tennis, track, softball, you name it. I tried to do it. You're right. It takes a ton of time, and it's not like these student athletes can go have a part-time job while also trying to compete, trying to train, and try to do everything. But I feel like this debate has literally been going on for years. I'm not going to say how long ago I was in college, but we're talking about decades now. So why now do we think this is finally being handled, and is it being handled?
I think the time is now, and it is being handled. I mean, look, I'll give you an example. One of the football players just recently received a scholarship from his team. And what that guy was doing, or athlete was doing, was to make money. He was delivering pizza at night. So after practice, after studying, he would deliver pizza till 1, 2 in the morning, and then become a student in the first thing in the morning, and then go to practice, and then do it all over again. So the time is right. It just has to make the NCAA has to make sure that they police this thing, and that it's who gets what, and it's done right, so it doesn't get out of hand, because everyone's going to be rushing now to try to get something done in regards of getting paid or having their likeness used and whatnot.
Perfect segue. Are some student athletes, have they already jumped the gun? Are they on this? Do they have deals?
Oh, yeah. There's guys that you're going to be seeing between now and probably August 1 or even September. You're going to be seeing and reading and hearing about guys doing deals, because it's happening right now. It is in the works. And just because it's not announced or being seen right now, it's in motion, in motion.
Yeah, but another thing I want to ask you, isn't it true how, of course, some are going to get a lot more deals or AKA make a lot more money? Like if we're talking about a quarterback of a team versus a linebacker, right? So how do you get to the even playing field for everybody, for lack of better terms?
Well, that's the one thing that's going to be really difficult, because you got to imagine. You just mentioned quarterback. So imagine if you were Trevor Lawrence. Let's say this was in effect last year, the quarterback that came out of Clemson, went number 1 overall to Jacksonville. He probably would have made a couple $1 million already by the time he was already drafted, because he was that high profile guy. And every case or every deal is going to be different. And let's say if you're using football, you obviously want the quarterback, the running back, or the wide receiver, because those are the ones that garnish all the attention when it comes to publicity and marketing and the guy that's out there. And it'll be like that with basketball, with baseball, and hockey. You're going to look at the top scorer or the top guy. So every deal is going to be different, and that's going to be it depends on the institution that's looking to use the player's likeness in regards to compensation. But it's always the high-profile guy that's going to get the most money, because that's the one that you see all the time.
Is this discussion over, or do you think eventually we will see universities, colleges across the country start paying student athletes?
You know what? I honestly want to say yes. And I think it's just a matter of, you have to set a bar, because if universities are going to pay student athletes, you can't get into, okay, this school's bigger than this school, I can give more if I go there instead of this one. You have to really, really police and make sure you have a grasp of how much money and who gets what and whatnot, because you don't want it to become a bidding war. I'm going to that school because I know I'm going to get more money. It has to be an even playing field.
Yeah, I do have to ask you, because when Regina Gonzalez booked you as a guest yesterday, she called you a particular nickname. What is that nickname, and how did you get it?
Oh, it's funny. My nickname, everybody calls me Big Daddy. And even when I'm on, Fox and Friends, or one of the, Fox business shows, it even comes up on the screen. And I was given that nickname when I was in college. Now I'm going to age myself. 1986 at the University of Maryland, a much larger teammate of mine gave me that nickname, and it just stuck. And I've had it since. And I don't even have business cards anymore. And if I do, it has Big Daddy on it, because so many people didn't know what my real name was, and they would chuck my business card. So Big Daddy it is. I don't wear any Big Daddy shirts. I used to. I had a company that was called Big Daddy Gear, but now I only wear this shirt. It's Share, and that's I'm very proud to wear the shirt, because I'm part of a women's empowerment group, and a very close friend of mine, Angelica Steen Olsen, appointed me an ambassador to the group, and I'm part of the women's empowerment movement.
You do have a Big Daddy Boulevard sign behind you, though.
Yes, I do. That was a gift given to me years ago, and it's I got a pretty good collection back there of things, and I make sure that I'm hydrated all the time, because that's what that refrigerator is. But yeah, you can go a lot of places, and I could be in a room even all the way up in Wisconsin, and you'll hear Big Daddy, and it just. I'm tattooed with that nickname. So that's the story behind that.
Hey, as the expert on this topic, being a sports agent, the CEO of Coastal Advisors, LAC, insurance consultants, anything else about this topic with the NCAA's decision that you'd want to tell me or our viewers?
Well, like I said earlier, I just think it's great that the athletes will be compensated. They make so much money, not only for the school, but they also help fund other sports, and it's a school that has a very, very prominent football program that may carry 4 or 5 other sports, so in fairness, I believe that, when us athletes go to a school and we commit to that school and we give our, blood, soul, and everything else to that school, and they're making hundreds of millions of dollars, I don't see why it can't trickle down. It should be shared. It should be showing appreciation. I mean, I know the scholarship is showing a lot, but some of these kids could use the money. I mean, I would have loved to have, money back then coming into me in whatever way possible if it was able to be done.
All right, Rich Salgado, a.k.a. Big Daddy, joining us live here this morning on NewsNOW from Fox. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully we'll be able to interview you again.
All right, you got it. Thank you, and have a great day and a happy 4th of July weekend.
Same to you. All right, everybody. Well, Fox 6 News in Milwaukee actually put together a segment on this very topic. It is a top talker this week, and we will continue to follow it here on NewsNOW from Fox. So let's watch.
This is a big change. Starting on Thursday, the NCAA is allowing student athletes to cash in on their name, image, and likeness for the first time. And for one Milwaukee football star, he's trying to get a jump start on the new rules that gives players the opportunity to get paid.
Go. I just want to be the best person I can be and to be the best man I can be in the future.
The power dynamic is shifting in college athletics, and so is the money. Rufus King tight end Jerry Cross may not be suiting up for Penn State until 2022, but he is already trying to use his future spot with the Nittany Lions to cash in.
I got a clothing line that I'm looking to continue to build. Of course, my football career I'm looking to build and potentially go to the NFL in 3 to 4 years. So I'm just really trying to be the best person and the best man I can be for my family and just for everybody in the city and just for the school. I just want to be the best person I can be overall.
That clothing line, Perseverance Apparel, was created in 2020 after Jerry's season was canceled. He posted to Twitter encouraging companies to reach out to him if they want to do business.
I'm still kind of new into the business. I'm only a year in, and I'm just looking to continue to grow myself and grow, my business as a whole. So that's the reason why I put it out there so early, because it's just to grow myself and get people to know that, oh, this kid, he's still in high school, has a clothing line, he's looking to do bright things in the future.
In a recent visit to Happy Valley, he spoke with Nittany Lions head coach James Franklin, who gave his blessing with one caveat.
He's going to let us do it, but he's not going to let us, have too much on our plate, because at the end of the day, we student athletes. We play football, we practice every day. We go to school every day, and we got to do homework every day. So he don't want us to add too much on our plates.
But Jerry isn't putting the carriage before the horse. He still has one more season with the Generals and has big plans for it.
I'm feeling kind of eager to get back out there. I'm looking forward to breaking the state record in yards this year, state record in touchdown this year. So that's just something that I got on my shoulder, just to, just be the best and finish strong. So it's time for me to lead my guys. And I'm just looking to have a good season and just to be the best team that we can be, and for me to be the best player I can be, and just to leave a mark when I leave the city and go to college.
Having already sold his clothing to people all over the country, the King Sr. believes this is only the beginning for his business and his future.
And now I just want to stay humble and just continue to keep my head down and work hard, because I'm nowhere near done. I'm nowhere near getting started. So I just want to continue to motivate the youth, continue to be myself, and just continue to just build myself and be the best man I can be.
Brandon Cruz, Fox 6 Sports.
King will graduate early and enroll at Penn State in January so that he can participate in spring football.